Welcome to Discovery. JD and myself are the co-founders of Spiral Scout, a web and mobile software development agency based in San Francisco, California, and Minsk, Belarus. Together with Raymond Liu of SF Public Works, we have designed and developed Discovery to assist San Francisco with post-disaster evaluation and reporting for city buildings and structures. Discovery is short for disaster recovery. Each year, natural disasters cost the world over $300 billion on average and come in a number of different types. In California, we generally get 2 or 3 magnitude 5.5 and higher earthquakes, which are large enough to cause moderate damage to structures each year. After a disaster like an earthquake, SF Public Works is tasked with inspecting buildings and structures around the city to assess their damages and provide reports back to different local, state, and federal officials. They encountered a few challenges when trying to get this data. Currently, multiple city departments and inspectors are conducting these safety evaluations, and it was very hard to coordinate all their work and aggregate their data for everyone's use. There were times when multiple inspectors might be sent unknowingly to do a report on the exact same building for the same or different departments, which needlessly doubled the inspection effort and time. It was difficult to determine where teams were, who was doing the inspections, what had been inspected, and what needed follow-up and re-inspection. In addition, most inspections were done using paper forms, which were filled out by inspectors in the field and then re-entered by an admin later at the office, again effectively doubling the effort and time to get the data into the system and increase the chance of user errors. All the reports had to be entered by hand before a damage assessment report could be generated. And finally, there's the issue of funding. It costs money up front to have a software solution built and also pay for the devices that it would be used on. An older solution in use only worked on iPads, so they had to provide tablets to all inspectors, which was a significant amount of hardware that had to be purchased up front just for this purpose. After hearing these challenges, we learned that the solution needed to be easy enough to work with minimal training, allow multiple city departments to create their own forms that fed data back to a central database, work on any smartphone, be reliable within limited conditions like when the internet was down so that data could be correctly saved on a device and sent to the database once it was back online, and finally pre-fill common data like addresses programmatically that was written on paper forms by hand in the past, thus saving more time and reducing user error. We worked together to design a solution that provided an immediate fix. A department like SF Public Works could now create custom inspection forms, upload a list of their inspectors, and assign them to a city vehicle, send them to different regions of the city with a specific deployment instructions, and examine in real time what the status of the work was that was completed while generating reports with the data they currently had. In addition, the city inspectors can use any smartphone, personal or city issued, to download the Native Inspectors app. They can log in with their credentials, get their assignments, fill out the damage assessment forms, verify building data, add photos and video recordings, and tag a location with GPS data, even without an internet connection, while simultaneously sending that damage assessment report back to the main website and database. They could also create their own reports from within the app if they lacked an internet connection to get their assignments and save that data to be uploaded once they were connected in the future. From the aggregated data, maps are created that show the areas most affected by the natural disaster, and reports are generated for different cities and federal officials outlining the damage assessment and estimated cost. SF Public Works now has a common platform that can work in the toughest conditions. It can be used after limited training once it is uploaded to an individual smartphone and the data they collect is sent to a common database where citywide and department-based reports and assignments can be generated. Historical reports can even be generated over time. In addition, the solution solves the duplication of effort and work by eliminating the confusion around inspections and the hand entry of paper forms to a database. Right now, the website, native application, and database are still in development, but we will begin testing next week. We plan to have a beta version of the app ready by the middle of October, and currently we're in discussions with a few different departments about them using the platform, and we'll begin a larger outreach once we release our first version. If you're interested in using the Discovery app or learning more about the development we do, please reach out to myself, John Griffin, by email or phone. Thank you so much.